do have success, like they make decisions like quickly. They move quickly, they make decisions quickly, they don't sit and like hem and haw like over things constantly. Like the money loves speed, success loves speed, and like you will fail if you move like that. You can fail maybe 3 times and then win on your fourth, but the time that you take to do all that and by the time you win is before somebody else, because they're still just overthinking even that first one, right? And you learned so much through 1, 2, and 3, and then you're winning even higher on your fourth. So it's like, people, if you don't even make one move to make one failure, you're never gonna win, right? And I know you and I have talked to, like, we're not afraid of failure. Like, we've done and failed so many times, in life and in business, and made so many mistakes, and like through God's grace, like we're still here and we are successful. But like, these are things where if you want to do something, just fucking do it. Like, if you want to do something in life, you need to do it. Whether it's starting a business, whether it's, a relationship, a friendship, or going after something, like, stop overthinking, stop getting in your head, stop getting in your own way. Like, no one is going to make your life better but you. No one's coming to save you. Like, nobody, there's no magic dust. There's no magic, whatever. You can't, there's a quote that I just heard the other day. It was like, you don't learn to swim by reading about water. And basically that means, like, the more research and shit that you do isn't going to get you to learn to do that skill, isn't going to get you that money, because all you're going to do is spend your time doing all this busy work, researching and like doing all this stuff, when like you're not actually moving and making like moves to take action. Like, messy action is better than no action. So I wanted to say that because I just feel like that's what a lot of people do, is like, they never do anything because they just sit and think about it forever. Or they think, oh, I don't have $100 to do this, but like so I just gotta, it's like, figure it out. Go sell something in your house. Go DoorDash. Go waitress at a restaurant. Like, there are so many, go, babysit. Like, if there's something in your life that you want to accomplish, like, go fucking do it. And this is the advice that people need to hear.
Hell yeah. No, I mean, I feel like I've gotten to a point now where like I feel like delusional, that I literally like don't even think about things. Like when I was until it's like the day of. And then I'm like, okay, this is getting real. But like seriously, like I just don't think about it. Like when I committed to like speaking on stage at like the end of the month or whatever, like I just like don't think about it, because I'm like, it's already like I just said yes, and like we're just not gonna continue to like dwell on that. Like we're just gonna do it, and whatever happens, happens. It just is what it is, And I feel like the same thing with this business. Like we did wait I waited a little bit before I started and joined you in business, because I was like, my husband was holding me back for a second. Okay. But like never in my mind did I ever really sit and think about like all of like going down the rabbit hole, like this could happen, da, 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 da. Because if you do that, you will talk yourself out of like the one thing that's going to change everything. And if I would have done that, like, I don't know where I would be. So it's so true, like what you're saying is like so many times people will be like, oh well, they're trying to like think it out or like make it make sense, let me budget this in. Just do it, you'll figure it out. People will always figure it out. Like, you always figure it out. So that's why for me, I'm always just like in that mentality, like I will always figure it out no matter what. Like, we will figure it out, and you have to live like that. Like, you just have to live in that mindset, because if you believe it, that's how it will happen. But even like when my husband worked a 9 to 5 job, we had a capped income, we always figured it out. Like, no matter what happened, like there was times where we literally had like $12 in the bank account. But then like whatever reason he would like get an extra, like he would get scale pay or something when he was like working at the one job, and we would be like, oh my gosh, like, yes, like it was just always somehow, like it just always will work out in your favor if you believe it.
Seriously. I totally agree with you. And it's almost like a mindset, like a true shift. Like, and it's an actual like physical reality shift, because there was a time in my early 20s where, I was fucking broke. Like, literally broke. Like, I don't remember if I was still in college or if I was just out of college and got a job. I don't remember the exact timeline, because when you become a mom, like, the kids steal half your brain and you can't remember shit. Like, true story. But like, I'm trying to remember when it was in my early 20s, and like, I just remember saying to myself one day, like, I am not going to not afford stuff. Like, I'm just not going to live like this. Like, I'm not going to. Like you said, you will just figure it out. I don't care if I've got $20 in my bank account. Like, I'm still going to live happily. Like, I'm still going to, maybe I can only buy like a $2 coffee instead of a $5 one or something. Like, whatever. Like, I am still going to live my motherfucking life the way I want to. And like, money is not going to dictate that. Like, I do not care if I have debt. Do you know why? Because I know I'm going to pay it. And I don't let that run my life.
Yeah.
Truthfully. I don't. Like, why would I let some debt or a bill that I have to pay, like, weigh on me constantly and then, like, make me depressed? Like, why? I mean, bills are always going to come. They will always come. You will always have something to pay. You always have to buy food unless you're like literally homesteading and growing all your food, right? You will always have to buy and like pay for water or heat. Like, there's always an expense that's going to be coming up in your life. So like, if you constantly are just worried about money constantly, you're always going to be in this state of like anxiety and stress, and like literally like your whole body is just, you can't fucking live your life. So it's like, you have to learn to let that go and not let that like shackle you. And like, and when you start to let that go and you step into things with, like Leanne was saying, this delusional belief that you're going to make shit happen no matter what your bank account says, like, that's when you really do start achieving big, beautiful things. That's when you start seeing, oh, wow, God is working in my favor. Oh, wow, like, I can provide, like, I can do this. I can step into abundance in my life because you're believing it and you're making it happen.
Yeah, that's what faith is, you all. Like, that's what faith is. Like, you believe it, like, before you ever see anything, right? And it's huge. But so many people don't live in faith. They live in fear. They're constantly like, oh my gosh, like I have this bill, or oh my gosh, I'm in debt, or oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? If you're constantly living in that state, you are going to be stuck and broke, busted, disgusted forever, because that's how those people live. So if you just start to get a little delulu and actually start believing and like calling out what's going to actually happen, it will work. I know it will work. I've done it. I do it and it happens. Like, I'll just be like, and I'll just like claim that these things are going to happen, and then like just like the money starts flowing in, and it's just like, holy shit. Or like this person that like like I'll even like when I pray to God, I'm like putting these people like in my life, like the exact people that like I'm praying into fruition, like of like, hey, please bring these people to me because I want to help them. Like, lead these people to me so that I can help them, and then they just show up, and it's like, oh my gosh, like I and how we were talking about in the beginning on the call of like him putting us like on in each other's paths. If it wouldn't be for online businesses, if you were still door knocking, like you're 700 and something miles away from me, like we would never cross paths.
No,
ever.
Not unless I got on a horse and buggy or something over there. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's so true. I truly just, I don't know. Like it's like so hard for me to relate, because I was even saying this in like my post the other day about even just like the business that we do. I understand it's not for everyone, but sometimes I'll think to myself, but like, how is it not for everyone? Because if people really realized the income potential, like where we are, I'm like, I don't know about y'all, but I be running in the door because I did. And that's because I saw the vision. But it's like, I understand like everybody's got different visions, because if we were all in this business, like who'd be doctors, who'd be lawyers, who'd be, the people that, like the first responders, like who would those people be? So I get it. But sometimes I really do in my mind think like, but everybody, even if you didn't do this full time, just having it on the side so you have like an extra income, you know what I mean? But, and that's either there, I can't speak. Neither here or there is what I was saying.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? I'm just like, I don't know. I just feel like when you live like delusionally, or you have, and some people, maybe they just don't care to have a lot of money or an abundant life, or they're good living paycheck to paycheck. And like, like some people just are, but it's hard I know, especially for me and you, it's just like hard for us to like understand it, which is why we just get so loud about like, it's so, and I feel like that's another thing where like this faith thing can cause some tension with some people, because when I very first got in this business and I started talking about money, a lot of like my faith friends and family we're like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe she's like
Mm-hmm.
talking about this online, because in the Christian world, a lot of times, you shouldn't talk about money or like earning this kind of money or, flaunting your money. And it's like, it's not flaunting it. It's showing people there's a different way to make money. You don't have to go to this job that you fucking hate to make good money. You can make more probably here, if you put in the work and you actually do it right. But and that's another thing where I feel like, within online businesses there are shady people. There's that. There
Mm-hmm.
just is. There is shady people. People have been burned and they don't want to try again because they think that they're all the same, which is another reason why we're trying to be so bold and loud that there is differences, and there are really good fucking people online that want to help you win and can help you win, and can give you the support and processes and systems that you need to be successful online. Because I'm sorry, but if you have a cell phone, like, you should be able to be making some money online. Like, it's just a no-brainer to me.
No brainer times 10, like literally. And again, the cool thing about what we're creating with this community is, like, I feel like even there's so many different ways to make money and so many different like income streams that people will be able to give their advice on multiple different kinds, right? And I would love to learn something too, because I am always learning. I know you're always learning. Like, we certainly don't know it all, but it's just a great way to, again, be in the room with these people, and like the energy of everybody together. Like, it creates this frequency. Like, do you ever get together with people and all of a sudden you're just like really fucking happy and you're like, oh my God, and you just like have this like this surge almost of like, it just like, it almost like it literally fuels you. That's what this is going to be. That's like our goal for this, is like virtually being able to fuel each other and like just creating this melting pot of like amazingness and like growth and like success and abundance and happiness, and like all of this together is like this magic, this magic juice that we all get to
Mm-hmm.
share. And like the more people that are in this and contribute to it, like the better it's going to be for everybody.
I'm really excited about, launching this community, but I'm just like also really excited to that we can like now live stream.
Yes, I
This is
know.
so exciting, because we really want to grow this page. We're also on Instagram, we're on TikTok, so just search the same name and you'll find us. We're also on YouTube, and then obviously these will stream onto our podcast as well. So we're just kind of excited to do like live features, because I feel like, I don't feel like a lot of like podcasts like broadcast live. So I'm excited to do that.
Me too. Me too. Something different, something fresh, just to connect with more people. And like, we love doing this too. This
Yes.
is something where anytime we get on, we literally say we create like some sort of cool idea or like magic.
Yes.
We always create some sort of magic. And we want that for you guys too. We want to give you that spark. We want to give you that idea, that like that feeling of like, oh, that light bulb, right? And, that's something that is going to happen in this community, 100%.
Yes, for sure. And even if, maybe you're not ready for the community or whatever, like, at least this page is a place where you can get some free,
Mm-hmm.
inspiration, free motivation. Maybe you can learn, we do give a lot of like tips and stuff like through here as well. But we encourage you to like share our stuff, share us out. We want to, we just want to be able to help others. We want to be able to, even at the end of the day, if you never like come into business with us, you don't ever get in our community, if we can just give you like that piece of like, holy shit, like, I'm not the only one that thinks this way, or
Yep.
bitches are crazy, like, I love them, because I'm crazy too. Like, that's, we just want to find our tribe. We just want to build a community on the, on these platforms that is like a safe space for people to go and just feel a little bit better about themselves. We share a lot of like mom, like real stuff, being a mom and being an entrepreneur, and
Yes.
how messy it is. Like, it's not always beautiful. We never want to paint a picture of what entrepreneurship isn't, because I feel like sometimes a lot of people will show up and they, paint it to be, and it's magical. It's amazing. I love being an entrepreneur, but it's a lot of hard work and there's a lot of things that go into it. And, we always just want to be very real and very upfront and like make light of it though, too, because, like Maya said, we don't give a fuck how many times like we have failed. We always get back up and we keep going. And I feel like,
Mm-hmm.
when you can surround yourself with people with that mentality, that's where maybe you don't have that support at home, but you can find it through us, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You can find it through, because I feel like there's so many times people will come into our community, and one of the biggest things that hold them back in business is their lack of support at home. And for me, although my husband wasn't like, gonna murder me or divorce me or whatever, because I did this business basically behind his back, you know, there was like that lack of like, you failed at everything else, like you're gonna fail at this too. And he's honest about that. But he never like made me feel bad about it. But I still lack that support. And I know, because they don't understand. Like, people that it's not their vision, they just don't get it. And at the end of the day, you have to just understand that you and God walk together, really. And everybody else in your life is just like an extra, right? Like, I love my husband, he's everything, but what God puts inside of me, he don't know about it. You know what I mean? It's not up to him to know. My mom, like my best friend ever, I love her so much. We're so close. She didn't get it either, and she's like, "This bitch is crazy. Like, what is she doing?" You know what I mean? And it's like, she gets even kind of got like a little bit upset with me, like wanting to do this business, because to her on paper it was crazy, and so I feel like the biggest thing for me was having you and having Tara and having, our Babs community of people that got me, because that's what really got me through it. Because on days where I'm just like, what is going on? I know I was literally in the business, like in our business for 5 weeks before I even made a sale. And people were constantly like, did you make a sale yet? Did you make a sale yet?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, like, oh my God, what are you going to do if you don't make this investment? Be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? But it was like, then I could come to my voices of reason, like Maya, and I'd just be like, they're saying this. And she'd just be like, okay. And then she puts it in perspective like a real entrepreneur would think, and would like bring me back to reality. I'm like, yeah, they're the crazy ones. They're the crazy ones. It's not us. Like, we look crazy, okay? We do look a little crazy out here in this normal world. But honestly, it's like everybody else is crazy in my book anymore. I'm
Right?
we so delulu that we're, it is what it is.